Today we're going to tell you about 5 ways to keep your dog entertained in the winter.
Welcome to The Woofy Show, the ultimate dog lover's digest. Meet your hosts, Brian and Magda, 2 dog lovers ready to help you be the best dog parent, unravel the mysteries of canine behavior, and keep you updated on the latest trends in the dog world. This podcast has something for everyone. Get ready for heartwarming stories, expert advice, and a lot of laughs.
Just in case there's any dog people out there that want to come at me in the comments, I want to start with a bit of a disclaimer. So obviously keeping your dog entertained during winter months will provide them with the enrichment and the well-needed mental stimulation. However, it's also important to note that too much engagement with your dog can lead to unwanted behaviors. And those behaviors could manifest as lack of off switch. So for instance, your dog not knowing when enough is enough, or constant demands of attention. So like your dog could be whining at you or barking at you or patting you constantly, wanting to do something with you. And also just in general, not being able to relax.
Yes.
Which is like I think this is like the biggest favor you can do for your dog, is teach them how to just be still and relax. I know that we are going to be talking about ways to entertain your dog in this episode. However, I do want to highlight that there is a big power in just doing nothing, right?
Yep.
So even cuddling with your dog all day in bed, it's okay. It can have great benefits for you and your dog, you know. I feel like we live in a society right now where we constantly have to be doing something, and we kind of project that onto our dogs, which is not fair on them. So yeah, I feel like we should start with the first point: what to do with your dog to keep them entertained.
Yeah. So the first thing you can do is to practice their training and get them working. So this can kind of be a variety of options. You can go right back to the basics with obedience training, you know, kind of reinforcing the basic commands like sit, stay, things like that. I mean, you can never have enough obedience training. Or that's one of the options. Or you can do something a bit more fun, and maybe there's a new trick you wanted to teach your dog, or something fun and exciting that you can work on, especially if you have a couple of days of really cold weather. So for us, actually, it's been really, really cold here the last few days. So we just got Maple's Advanced Masters title.
Advanced Masters Dog Trick title.
Yeah,
I think that's technically what it's called.
So, or that, if you've been meaning to get the trick titles for your dog, you know, winter is a great time to do it. So, you know.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's fun. Actually, like the new trick that we like kind of getting there is the orbit.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's nearly there, not quite.
Yeah. So just to summarize for that one, it's a good time to dust off the old skills and kind of reinforce them, or do something new and fun and teach them a new trick. So that's the first one.
Yeah, so the second point that we have on our little list of things you can do with your dog is you can play games. So the type of games that you can play is, for instance, like hide and seek or find it game, which is basically you get your dog to find either treats or objects. And things like tug and fetch, which also come with a disclaimer. There's a proper way of playing tug and fetch.
And make sure you have the room to play fetch in your
exactly.
house.
Yeah, you know, the area has to be clear. Make sure you do it on a carpet, not on a like slippery surface and things like that. But my personal favorite when we can't go out because it's too cold is playing Find It. So I like to just put Maple in her place and basically walk around the whole house and spread the treats around, and it's so much fun just watching her like sniffing her way through. You know, you can just hear the nose going like constantly.
It's so fascinating watching
and it's like, oh my god, like you're such a clever girl. Like it's fascinating because we can't do it as humans. We can just sniff out things like that. So I love it. I love watching it. So yeah, then that's it.
For that one, yeah. Move on to the third way. So another option is to use puzzles, puzzle toys or occupiers. So these can be the actual physical kind of plastic toys that kind of have sliders and knobs and stuff you can hide treats in. You can do the snuffle mats is another option. Another thing, just to kind of do it yourself idea, is getting a towel and kind of placing treats or food in it and rolling it up and then tying it in a knot. Maybe don't tie it too tight if your dog's never done it. And then now they have to try to untie it and open it up, and it tires them out. It's a good one. So
I like the towel thing.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of like puzzles and things. I don't think it's challenging enough for them. And the puzzles are expensive.
Yes.
And they are also, like, they just get bored after a while. They
you have
know
to
what to
supervise
do.
them with the puzzles, because some of them have like plastic pieces that come out.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
a towel, you can just leave it and just check on them. And if it's too tight, they'll give up. And we had that problem with Maple, where I thought she was better. She was still a puppy, but she just couldn't.
We
she
were
couldn't even untie.
expecting too much from her, basically.
So start off with maybe just rolling it and just, kind of nicely, and then as she gets better, or as your dog gets better, then you can tie it in one knot or tie it in two knots. And so that's a really good way that you can kind of just leave them in one place and let them kind of occupy themselves.
Yeah. So next point is that you can actually take classes. So you can try various types of dog sports, for instance, if there's something that interests you or maybe you think your dog could be good at. So most classes are run all winter, like all year round, unless it's like something summer specific. But it's a great way to obviously engage your dog, exercise them mentally and physically. And also it's a good way to meet new people and socialize yourself at the same time. So some of the examples of classes that you could consider is, for instance, obedience or barn hunt, agility. There's like so many flyball. What else is there? Like confirmation
detection.
classes. Like if you want to get into showing your dog and things and scent, as you said.
Pretty much all the classes.
Yeah, all the classes. You can do them all, except like maybe like dog diving, which is summer specific.
Well, there's some indoor facilities. But disclaimer, they do fill up fast. We've been told that a lot of classes fill up really quickly in the winter because everyone has this idea. So
yeah, because everyone just wants to get out, like change scenery and things like that, and learn something new. So yeah, but that's a fun one. I really like doing that. Like for us, we actually started doing agility with Maple during winter. Which has been awesome. So we actually go into agility tomorrow, and it's meant to be super cold. So we are worried that the car won't start.
Yeah, but it's a perfect example of a cold day, winter, get them indoors to run around, and learn something new.
So yeah, it's exciting one.
Yeah. And then the last way to keep your dog entertained in the winter is just get outside in the snow.
If it's not too cold.
Yeah, of course. If it's too cold out or you don't know kind of what your dog can handle, I definitely recommend checking out the episode before this where we talked a lot more about kind of understanding your dog's threshold and, how much cold they can handle based on, some of their kind of breed characteristics. So if you don't know, definitely listen to that one first. But if you know it's not too cold out and there's snow, just get out. Most dogs love to play in the snow. They like to roll around and, eat the snow, whether it's...
Oh, yeah, because apparently snow smells different. Like, they always sniff snow different than they do normal ground. Yeah. I don't know. Someone once told me that snow retains the smell different or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
I have no idea, because obviously, disclaimer, we are not dog trainers or specialists of any kind, but that's just what I've been told. But yeah, no, what I like to do with Maple is just like throw snowballs at her.
Yeah, so I mean, this is not something like don't go for if you always take your dog for a 2-hour long walk. You don't have to do that, but just get out into a backyard or go to a dog park or somewhere just, around the block and let them play, let them sniff, let them kind of have a good time, Yeah. Whether it's throwing snowballs or kicking snow, or, personally, Maple loves when I shovel the snow. She finds that a game where she wants to, attack the shovel and attack the snow. So it's little things like that you might not realize until you bring your dog out with you. So that's one really good way as well, is, to keep your dog entertained.
Yeah, so I guess as final kind of remarks is that obviously you don't have to do all of these things all at the same time. Like honestly, doing like one or two things in a day is like more than enough. You don't even have to do any of it every day. So yeah, just to bear that in mind. Like don't think like you have to do all of these things all of the time every day, because it's not the case.
Also, something that's 15-minute training session is just as like draining on them, or it's mentally stimulation, like the stimulation they get, as like an hour-long walk or things like that. Like, you know, don't take for granted just small little sessions of games or play and all of that. Like, you don't have to be, well, I normally take my dog out for an hour and a half walk, so I have to play for an hour and a half. That's you know,
that doesn't work like that.
You can split it up throughout the whole day, that hour or hour and a half.
Yeah, you can do like, you know, 10-minute training, then you can go for a walk in the afternoon, like kind of split the day up if that's what fits your lifestyle as well, because I know there's different people have different lifestyles, so not all of these things will quite fit that too. So it's also something to consider.
Maple is being needy right now. And as we mentioned, it's really cold out, so she's bored. I mean, we have to do some more.
We've been working all day, so like I can understand that. And she's also potentially about to go into heat, so that's another factor that can affect your dog's behavior drastically and make them more needy than usual. But yeah, I guess to wrap up the show, I just want to remind everyone that we do have a giveaway going until the end of January. So if you are interested in entering, please check out bit.ly/Woofy, so bit.ly/Woofy, where you can enter our giveaway, where we have an exciting little bundle for you.
Yeah, and we'll be doing the draw February 1st for the winner for those items. That's 2024 as well, so just in case you listen to this in the future.
If we are still going with this podcast, which hopefully we will, we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that's it from us. And bye for now.
Really quickly, sorry not to end it. If anyone else has any other cool kind of ideas or ways to keep your dog entertained, we would love to know. I mean, these are just some of the things we do personally with Maple. But if you have other cool ideas, please let us know either in the Q&A on the audio version or in the comments below on YouTube. So we would love to hear it, and maybe we can add that in a future episode.
Yeah, let us know if you have something especially unconventional and really quirky. That would be great. Like, we love to learn about different things. Yeah. So go ahead and type your comments.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you in the next episode.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.